on the campus of UC Davis. Touchdown Production celebrating our 13th exciting season of local high school sports television is proud to present the CIF Sac-Joaquin Section Les Schwab Tires Division I Volleyball Playoffs presented by Farmers Insurance. Tonight, in their 9th consecutive section final, your 7-time defending Sac-Joaquin Section champion Nevada Union Lady Miners take on the Oak Ridge Trojans. It's a chance to make section history again for the Miners, and all the action starts right here, right now. It's the NorCal Game of the Week. But this 11th seed Lady Miners have run the gauntlet of playoff games. They've traveled over 700 miles on the road to meet their destiny in the section finals and are now poised to defend their 7 consecutive titles here in Davis against the Oak Ridge Trojans. Good evening, volleyball fans, wherever you are across our worldwide audience. Jim Adams with you, the voice of Lady Miner Volleyball, along with my sidekick, Ed Martin, our director and commander, too, Gil Dominguez, and he's joined by the rest of the Touchdown Production sports team who have assembled here in Davis for our 9th year in a row to see this remarkable team play one more time for the Division I section title.
Well, welcome to Davis, Jim, and hello everybody watching at home. You're about to see, I think, a really historic battle between 2 top teams to see who will be this year's champion. As you said, Jim, the Lady Miners had to do it the hard way this year. First, they had 1 senior on their team. Then they lost the Sierra Foothill League Championship to Rockland, who in fact is playing right on the other side of this curtain for the Division II Championship as we speak. And then they got an 11th seed in the playoffs, rated number 2 by Max Preps. They got an 11 seed. They went on the road. They went to Lodi. They went to Modesto. They went to Napa. They drove 675 miles, and they were triumphant. And here they are doing it the hard way. And here they are back trying for their 8th consecutive section title. Last year they broke the record with 7 for Division I for the Sac-Joaquin. This year they're going on into unknown territory.
And coaches Bob Rogers and Larry Peterson, they've done a masterful job this season coming out of, we'll call it a sabbatical last season, and now everything seems to be in place to complete a very hard-fought, arduous journey that started back in August. So we welcome our worldwide audience. We remind you that all our telecasts can be seen on the web at www.nevadacountytv.org, either streaming live or on demand. So while these 2 teams continue to warm up, we'll take our first pause of the evening to remind you that you are watching exclusive coverage of Nevada Union Lady Miner Championship Volleyball on the Touchdown Production Sports Network.
Welcome to Citizens Bank of Northern California. Hi, I'm Gary Gall, President and CEO. At Citizens Bank, we like to take the mystery out of banking. Started 15 years ago by community leaders, Citizens Bank has grown to 7 branches to serve you. We at Citizens Bank all want to congratulate our sports teams for a job well done. The athletes, coaches, and their families. And we wish you the best of luck in the postseason. Citizens Bank of Northern California. Your community, your bank.
Purchasing a used car is better for the environment than buying a new one. That's right, the energy it takes to create a new automobile versus one already built is substantial. So when you choose a used vehicle from Keith Kerwin and Todd Slover, you're helping the environment by consuming less energy. At Pioneer Motors, every car is hand-picked, Carfax checked, inspected, and detailed. Pioneer Motors, 1611 Main Street in Grass Valley.
Mike Bratton is the neighbor you can count on for your most important insurance decisions, 24 hours a day.
The first step begins with a phone call. Hi, I'm Mike Bratton, your good neighbor State Farm agent, and I look forward to hearing from you. Since 1984, my team and I have been educating clients and developing long-term relationships through personalized and professional guidance on their insurance programs. We will put you in the driver's seat and strive to enhance each encounter you have with us.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
The Painter family has been taking care of feeding Nevada County families since 1959. And in October, we'll celebrate 50 years of service to you. At both locations of SPD, you'll always find USDA choice beef and a full-service meat department. a complete deli section, produce department, post office, and everything else that makes SPD so special. SPD Markets, hometown proud, where your neighbors shop.
Gold and silver are more important as a part of your investment portfolio more now than ever before. There's inflationary pressures. China alone could push the gold price more than double from $1,000 to $2,000 an ounce. Hi, my name is Jason Hommel and welcome to the JH Mint. Here at the JH Mint we have all sorts of gold and silver. We have about 200 ounces of gold. We have about 20,000 ounces of silver or more in stock. We also assay or scrap gold jewelry and placer gold, and we will be here for all of your gold and silver investing needs Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m.
This special edition of Nevada Union Lady Miners are also being underwritten by
Docomo's East Main Pharmacy and Nevada City Pharmacy. You don't have to wait in a long line anymore for your meds. As a matter of fact, you don't have to wait in lines at all because Docomo's delivers your medications right to your door. Docomo's has 2 locations to serve you. The original Docomo's on East Main Street across from Muttley's, and Docomo's in Nevada City next to SPD. Docomo's East Main Pharmacy and Nevada City Pharmacy, happy to bring you exclusive coverage of Lady Miner Championship Volleyball.
All-phase heating and air conditioning. Fall is certainly in the air, and winter is on the way. Wouldn't it be great to come home to a warm home? You don't have to imagine it because All-Phase installs the Bryant high-efficiency heating and cooling systems. All-Phase is the only factory-authorized Bryant dealer in Nevada County and carries the complete line of Bryant Premier Heating products. So the future is here with All-Phase Heating and Air Conditioning, proud supporters of Nevada Union Lady Miner Volleyball.
Grass Valley Sign. Grass Valley Sign is Nevada County's full-service sign manufacturer. Grass Valley Sign also has a new address. Their new production facility is at 13321 Grass Valley Avenue, just down the street from the airport. Grass Valley Sign can create any size custom sign for you or your business. They also create vehicle and truck lettering and vehicle wraps just like the one on your Commander 2 production truck. Grass Valley Sign, they make signs you'll be proud of.
And the 4th annual Michael Bratton Turkey Trot. Mark your calendars. The 4th annual Michael Bratton II Turkey Trot is at Nevada Union High School. A record number of runners showed up at last year's event, and they are well ahead of the pace this year. It was a great time had by all. Stop by and see old friends. Run and walk the race. Watch the miners practice for their upcoming playoff game. Sign up online at meb2turkeytrot.com and reserve your spot and receive a special commemorative t-shirt. If you're watching this on NCTV, this is tomorrow's event. It's the 4th annual Michael Bratton II Turkey Trot, Thanksgiving morning at 8:30 at Nevada Union High School. And so here we are, Nevada Union's date with destiny, a team that started out a little bit slow and suspect, much the same as it was last year. The team has really come into their own, and they did it on the road. We have a special guest with us tonight to kind of preview the game. We have Jamie Holmes, the head coach of the UC Davis Aggies. Jamie, you were with us last year. Thank you for joining us again this year. I understand you had a sensational season this year.
Well, we had a much improved season, and we still have one more match to go in our schedule. We'll be playing at UOP on Saturday, and right now it's interesting. We have 4 teams at the top of our conference that are within 1 match of each other. So we went from first place all the way down to 4th place and just somewhere in there. So it'll be an interesting weekend in Big West Volleyball.
Let's talk a little bit about this match tonight. I mean, this is one that you probably really enjoy seeing. There's probably some players on this court that you tried to recruit, but here we are in the D1 championship game. Tell us a little bit about what your thoughts are regarding Nevada Union and Oak Ridge.
Sure. Well, this is an extremely exciting match. I mean, you have Nevada Union, who has a tradition of being here. They become a staple of this tournament, and when you have expectations to come here and do well, then you just know that the Miners are going to battle. Then you have Oak Ridge here, who has a lot of players who have stand out in terms of their names and what they've done, and colleges that are recruiting them, and X, Y, and Z. So I'm excited to watch this match and see how the battle goes down.
You know, you take a look at this here. Here's the D1 final. 2 teams that, although Nevada Union was 11th seed, that was probably a misranking by the CIF. Nonetheless, here are the best 2 teams in the section squaring off tonight. In a championship-like match, in a championship-like match like we have here tonight, what are some of the little differences that make the big differences?
The things that make big differences is your leadership, and it's about where your leaders are going to take your team and how they approach a match like this. Are your leaders willing to take big swings to win a match, or are they just going to tip it over the net and hope that someone makes a mistake? And I believe more and more every year that I'm coaching that if your leaders are leading your team to go through the things the right way and their expectations, if they raise the bar, then the rest of the team is going to follow. And so, you know, with Nevada Union, they've been here. They have a history of coming to the sectionals and competing. And so I think that the bar has been set for them, and the leaders have got to have, you know, taken the team to this bar. And so it's going to be a fun match. It's, you know, you got Oak Ridge here. You have some big physical hitters who have been recognized across the country nationally, being recruited by some of the top schools in the country. And so you have some flash. You have kids, but with that flash comes an expectation to perform as well. And so it's going to be, I like to see how they respond to that stress.
Well, and like you said, this is the culmination of a complete season. Oak Ridge has really played very solidly all season. Nevada Union, one senior on the team, Jamie, and the rest sophomores and juniors that have really led their way through, and they've kind of reached their climax over the last 4 games. How odd is it in a championship tournament to have to go on the road for 4 straight games to win a section championship?
Sure. I think that speaks loudly to what Nevada Union has done in the past, and the kids who have been here before, the alumni of the program. And I think any alumni who is watching this match or listening to this match, I think they should have a lot of pride that they set an expectation and a foundation of what this program's all about. And it's obvious if you have such a young team that the young players bought into it, and they have high expectations for themselves. So when they're approaching this match right here, they have a focus, they have an intensity that says, you know what, we're going to come here and we're going to perform. And it's not going to be a hit and giggle match. It's going to be a hit and celebrate. Next point, let's go. So it's really a testament to the program, the tradition of the program, of which the coaches have laid, and which the players are buying into.
Jamie Holmes, the coach of the UC Davis Aggies. Jamie, thanks for joining us here tonight, giving us a little insights. You've obviously done an excellent job with your program, and continue, as we talked about before we came on the air, continue to ascend and do positive things. So thank you for joining us here in the pregame.
All right, thanks for having me, and good luck to you guys.
Very good. Thank you very much. So Jamie Holmes of the UC Davis Aggies, and we'd like to remind you that the special edition of Nevada Union Lady Miners Volleyball has been underwritten by
Big O Tires. Big O Tires. Big O Tires is your local tire shop in Grass Valley. At Big O Tires, you'll find a selection of name brand tires and wheels for your truck, car, or RV. They also offer complete maintenance of your vehicle, including brakes and tune-ups. In this day and age, you need to get the most out of your car, and the staff at Grass Valley Big O is there for you. It's Big O Tires on East Main Street in Grass Valley. Big O Tires, devoting itself every day to earning the right to use their motto, Big O Tires, the team you trust.
Anderson and Balser Physical Therapy. Phil Anderson and Craig Balser have 42 years of clinical experience treating injuries, including spinal rehabilitations, post-surgical patients, along with work and sports injuries. Anderson and Balser Physical Therapy is devoted to providing you therapeutic care in a professional manner in a friendly, comfortable environment. They specialize in treating sports injuries of all kinds to get you back in the game. Education of your injury and how the body heals is also part of the treatment. They work most insurance plans and are open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5.
Northern Home Medical. Owners Rudy Antonucci and Dean Miraldi are proud to be your friends and neighbors in Nevada County. As the only locally owned and operated medical supply facility, Northern Home Medical carries a full range of medical equipment, including power wheelchairs and home oxygen supplies. Northern Home Medical works with your insurance company and physician to ensure you receive the products and services you need to remain independent. Northern Home Medical congratulates the Nevada Union Lady Miner Volleyball team on a great season.
And let's fit this one in. Arches Automotive in Smog Check has been a staple in Grass Valley for over 50 years. Started by Wally Brooks, now managed by grandson Brendan, Arches Automotive is your one-stop shop for complete auto repair and smog certification. Arches Automotive and Smog Check. And by Touchdown Productions, Jim Adams in this special telecast tonight, with Ed Martin saying, thanks for tuning in. You are the reason we are the #1 sports telecast in the foothills. And now, all of our Game of the Week programs are available all over the world at www.nevadacountytv.org. Just click on Watch NCTV Now for live streaming or on demand to see your favorite NorCal Game of the Week. They're all great moments in sports history, produced by Touchdown Productions, making memories since 1997. Ed, it seems like our paths always cross this time in November here in Davis. I guess you and I need to put this date on our calendar because no season of us working together has ever avoided the Arc here in Davis.
Absolutely, Jim. This is my 6th year calling this D1 championship match, and it's really a red-letter day on my annual calendar. To me, it's what the volleyball season is about. As much as I enjoy the NorCal tournament, as much as I've enjoyed calling 3 playoff state finals, nonetheless, coming down to Davis, a place that I have some experience and affection for, and whose team I see play here in this building, it's coming down and seeing 1 through 5 in this hall. They're all playing. Rockland's next door, our league rival. Here we are once again playing, the elite programs over the years of Division I in this section. And certainly you've got to say, just like Coach Holmes did, Oak Ridge is an elite program, and they are they're going to bring it. I mean, these are Kayla Behringer here, committed to North Carolina. She was recruited by UC Davis in North Carolina. I've seen North Carolina play, a storied program. This is big physical play. Nevada Union, a team on a mission. You get an 11 seed, and you're going to play your heart out. They have driven 675 miles, as we said, to get here and play in this match, and they're not going to take it lightly. We look over here and see our defensive specialist libero playing Madison Heppy. Her first real year. Last year she came up for the playoffs. She's all SFL honorable mention. Terrific. There she is in the middle, bumping the ball up. But Natalie Migliozzi last year, Victoria Kuhn this year, 55 aces. Just this team, and running over to us, Marnie McDowell. One of the things you see with Nevada Union is they've got defense for days. Their back row play is impeccable, and they use their middle blockers in ways that most high school teams never do. So there's an extra dimension to Nevada Union's game, and I think this year they've been intent on proving that 11 seed was a diss, for want of a better word, but certainly a misclassification by the section to send them on the road for 3 matches. But to say you go on the road, you beat the number 6 team, the number 3 team, and then the number 2 team, Napa, who last year we saw in this hall, Napa for the first time took Nevada Union beyond 3 games in a match, took them to 5. Nevada Union able to win 15-12 in the 5th. Just an electrifying game. And that on top of remember the Davis Senior High game in 2007, maybe one of the best high school matches I've seen in my life. What a terrific match that was. Cortopassi, Molly Pond, just a terrific team for Davis High School. But Nevada Union, they rose to the challenge. Last year we thought, is this team going to come together? They did. This year, 1 senior, 3 players with any substantial varsity experience. Here they are, back at the final. It's just the sort of thing they expect to get here. And, the prospect of doing it. Well, and of course we had our own story on the sideline this year, you know, with Bob and Larry took Rogers, Larry Peterson took a year off. He had good reason to. But I think, you know, they saw the team needed them. They needed the team, I like to think. You know, they wanted to come down and get back in on this. And it's been a lot of fun. I was at Reno for a match a few weeks ago and saw them. And I think, you know, they've come back with a new dedication to the sport. And I think they're enjoying it just like the team's enjoying it.
So Nevada Union poised tonight to try to defend their sectional championship that they won at the same time last year. They have taken an incredible route to be able to accomplish this. A patchwork group of ladies at the beginning of the season has really molded into a well-operating machine. Bob and Larry have done an excellent job, but they've been able to take sophomores and juniors and mold them into exceptional players. Nevada Union, as Ed mentioned, did it the hard way. They did it totally on the road. Surprisingly, an 11th seed, they went and won 3-1 in Lodi, 3-0 in Modesto, and then beat Napa 3-1 in Napa. And so here they are tonight. Can they finish the journey? It would be a unique story. In our pregame, we had an opportunity to talk to Larry, and Larry shared with us that of all of the sectional championships that he's been involved in, this is indeed the most unique, because in most cases they've been able to win easily and come right on through, steamroll through Davis, and then on to NorCal's. But this year has been entirely different, but the ladies have risen to the occasion. They've faced every challenge, and as an 11th seed, amazingly, they find themselves here tonight at the Arc, ready to face Oak Ridge for the championship of the Sac-Joaquin section. And here
the procession.
Here is the procession of players.
You get into the pomp and circumstance of volleyball when you get to this level of championship.
And you get a little look at the Lady Miners, as there are the officials who will officiate tonight's match. Bob Rogers now leads the Lady Miners out.
The Miner faithful.
And they are ready to go. Tessa Butterfield, first team SFL. Ellie Selick, first team SFL. Abby Miraldi, most valuable player SFL. So the Miners have done a great job of carving their mark in this season, when really it was doubtful, Ed, whether anything would come of them.
Well, you know, they were the epitome of a young team. They had 3 players, as we said, with substantial varsity experience, and some of the others we only saw at the end of last season, and some not at all. So really terrific.
Division 1 and 2 CIF Sac-Joaquin Section Volleyball Championship.
And so here it is, the introduction of the players.
This section, 17 advanced to the Division 1 playoffs, and 16 advanced to the playoffs in Division 2. Only the 4 teams standing before you remain in their race for the championship in their division. Today's game is being broadcast live on the internet on kbcsports.com.
Game's supposed to start at 8 o'clock. We are at almost 8:40 right now, and yet to start.
Introducing our finalists, beginning with Division 1 on Court 1.
And so we will start
Please
with Division 1.
welcome the Miners from Nevada Union.
The Miners will be introduced first. And a loud contingent, a little bit small, but a loud contingent from Nevada Union here tonight.
Well, we heard they almost had a bus coming down.
They couldn't get a driver for the bus.
Players, please step forward when your name is called. A sophomore, number 2, Victoria Kuhn.
Victoria Kuhn.
Number 3, Jenna Britton.
Defensive specialist.
A junior,
Jenna Britton, number 3.
Teresa Conley. A sophomore, number 6, Madison Heppy.
Madison Heppy will start at libero tonight. Senior Abby Miraldi, the sole senior on the team. Ellie Selick, the co-captain and first team player. Marnie McDowell has had an excellent playoff run. Breezy Bouchard has also seen a lot of action in the middle.
Tina Price.
Taryn Salcedo, setter for Nevada Union. Tessa Butterfield, first team SFL, has had a fantastic season. The Miggy, Natalie Migliosi, also defensive specialist. There is Jenna Bell, who will set tonight for Nevada Union. There is junior Jenny Carroll, and finally sophomore Allison Dowd.
Leading Nevada Union to their seeding record of 11 wins, 4 losses are co-coaches Bob Rogers and Larry Peterson.
So Bob Rogers and Larry Peterson are also introduced. Those are the Lady Miners for tonight.
Please welcome the Trojans of Oak Ridge.
And the Oak Ridge Trojans will kind of outline the players that we'll expect a lot of tonight.
Conference, the Trojans advanced to this final round by defeating Edison last Thursday and Pleasant Grove on Tuesday. Players, please step forward as your name is called. A junior, number 1.
Junior, number 1, Katie Vaughn, one of their strong outside hitters. Defensive specialist. Freshman Maddie Chambliss. There is Kayla Behringer.
She's a name.
Perhaps the hardest hitter in the league.
A sophomore, number 5, Haley Simmons.
Haley Simmons.
A junior, number 7, Haley Padua-Dean.
Haley Padura-Dean.
A sophomore, number 8, Asha Campersing.
Asha Campersing.
A sophomore,
Number 9, libero Alexa Becker.
A senior, number 10, Brittany Larson.
Setter Brittany Larson, watch for her also to lead the attack tonight. Lena Bruckendorf, senior. Kirsten Berkland.
Freshman, number 20, Misha
Freshman, Misha Davis.
A senior, number 21, Sarah Horning.
Sarah Horning, a senior.
A sophomore, number 23,
And finally a sophomore, Arden Zuber. So, 4 seniors on this team for the Oak Ridge Trojans, and a number of assistant coaches here for the Oak Ridge Trojans. So that sets the stage for tonight's contest here between Nevada Union and Oak Ridge.
Please welcome the Troubadours.
And we'll be back with live action from tonight's match. We'd like to remind you you're watching exclusive coverage of Lady Miner Sectional Championship Volleyball on the Touchdown Productions Sports Network.
To this final round by defeating
of tomorrow night's super contest. Nevada Union will be playing at home against Napa. So Napa comes to Nevada Union. The Miners have gone to Napa before, and this year Napa will be coming up for what promises to be a stormy night tomorrow night at Nevada Union. So the Miners here now. We're ready to start, almost ready to start tonight's match between these two teams.
Introducing the Division II teams on the other.
And we'll be right back with the start of tonight's contest. You're watching exclusive coverage of Lady Miners Volleyball. It's the Touchdown Productions Sports Network.
One loss is head coach Aiden Wright.
Welcome to Citizens Bank of Northern California. Hi, I'm Gary Gall, President and CEO. At Citizens Bank, we like to take the mystery out of banking. Started 15 years ago by community leaders, Citizens Bank has grown to 7 branches to serve you. We at Citizens Bank all want to congratulate our sports teams for a job well done. The athletes, coaches, and their families. And we wish you the best of luck in the postseason. Citizens Bank of Northern California. Your community, your bank.
Purchasing a used car is better for the environment than buying a new one. That's right, the energy it takes to create a new automobile versus one already built is substantial. So when you choose a used vehicle from Keith Kerwin and Todd Slover, you're helping the environment by consuming less energy. At Pioneer Motors, every car is handpicked, Carfax checked, inspected, and detailed. Pioneer Motors, 1611 Main Street in Grass Valley.
Mike Bratton is the neighbor you can count on for your most important insurance decisions, 24 hours a day.
The first step begins with a phone call. Hi, I'm Mike Bratton, your good neighbor State Farm agent, and I look forward to hearing from you. Since 1984, my team and I have been educating clients and developing long-term relationships through personalized and professional guidance on their insurance programs. We will put you in the driver's seat and strive to enhance each encounter you have with us.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
The Painter family has been taking care of feeding Nevada County families since 1959. And in October, we'll celebrate 50 years of service to you. At both locations of SPD, you'll always find USDA choice beef and a full-service meat department, a complete deli section, produce department, post office, and everything else that makes SPD so special. SPD Markets, hometown proud, where your neighbors shop.
Gold and silver are more important as a part of your investment portfolio more now than ever before. There's inflationary pressures. China alone could push the gold price more than double from $1,000 to $2,000 an ounce. Hi, my name is Jason Hommel and welcome to the JH Mint. Here at the JH Mint we have all sorts of gold and silver. We have about 200 ounces of gold. We have about 20,000 ounces of silver or more in stock. We also assay or scrap gold jewelry and placer gold, and we will be here for all of your gold and silver investing needs Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Ready for volleyball here. Perhaps the wild cards tonight. Can Kayla Behringer go crazy on the one hand, and can Tessa Butterfield really step us up as she has in these playoffs on the other hand? And this is also being brought to you by Touchdown Productions, celebrating our 13th season of sports excellence. Jim Adams, Ed Martin here saying, thanks for joining us and watching this sectional championship match between Nevada Union and Oak Ridge. Please feel free to watch this contest at www.nevadacountytv.org. You can either watch it live or watch it on demand. So wherever you are, whatever place you might reside, www.nevadacounty.org. That's the place for it. So Ed, final thoughts before we begin this epic match tonight?
Boy, oh boy, it's always a thrill to be here, and we see the teams greeting each other and getting straight to business. I think they had their gift exchange earlier, and with a late start like this, we'll run right into the match. But I'm excited. I think, Oak Ridge is these teams. So often you come to this match and you've never seen the other team but twice. Nevada Union went down to Oak Ridge, came away with the loss, but then met them again in the Super 8 tournament and came away with a win. So both these teams quite familiar with each other, probably a somewhat different style of play. What we've talked about in the past, Nevada Union with its defense and its middle blockers, and with league MVP Abby Miraldi, and then Oak Ridge with a lot of power, a team with 4 seniors, pretty different look. But I've said through this playoff run that Nevada Union is a team on a mission. They got bumped down. They went on the road. They had to fight their way to this game, and to be here tonight, they've got determination that you might not expect. They're a team that had to, come together under fire. That had, the tradition of sweeping all before them, going undefeated in the conference. That wasn't their lot this year. They had to fight to get here, and they fought. I really feel like they're a team that is going to do whatever it takes. And you look around and you see all those players contribute, and that's been a lot of the fun with this team. Is any given night somebody comes out that you haven't always seen. Breezy Bouchard will come in and get some blocks. Victoria Kuhn will come in and serve 7 or 8 straight points. But every night, Abby Miraldi, Ellie Selleck, Tessa Butterfield, Madison Heppy, the players that received all conference recognition have come in and been consistent, been solid, and brought this team. You say, yes, Kayla Behringer has 400 kills, but Abby Miraldi has almost 350. She has over 325 kills. And like Coach Holmes talked about, leadership is so crucial, and I know from talking to her, from watching them this season, that Abby Miraldi has taken that senior leadership on herself and has brought this team forward. Coach Peterson and Coach Rogers equally, brought this team along, made them understand, you may be a sophomore, but you are bumping with the big girls. We saw late in the season 5 sophomores on the court, and they won the match. They have learned that what's important is get out there and play hard, and it's worked for them. And I think they're here tonight. They've gotten to the final. They've done it in convincing fashion. They dropped one game out of three matches. So very strong. 2 games out of 3 matches. Sorry, 2-3-1. It was Lodi. It was 3-1, and Napa was 3-1. But you remember Napa last year, a big, powerful team, lots of fans, cheerleaders.
Barely slipped by them in the 5th set.
Oh, terrific. Abby Miraldi had the crucial block at 14-12 to win that match. And here we are again, but they went to Napa, drove all that distance. The Napa football coach said, too far to go. Yeah, we've got Larry Peterson.
Got Larry Peterson mic'd on the sidelines. Let's hear the final words for the Lady Miners before the match begins.
Okay, just a couple things really quick. Let me just remind you, like we practiced yesterday, we don't back out of there until the setter sets the ball, okay? We got to really cover the second ball over. Whenever we can, we want to serve tough every time, right? But if we can, we'd like to serve a lot of balls to number 1 and number 3. Aim for the seam between them and another passer. But I'd rather have a tough serve to anybody than an easy serve to one of those guys. And then remember, they're going to play rotation defense, you guys. So if you guys are tipping the ball from the left side, you have to go past her into the middle, like at the 10-foot line, because they're going to rotate their middle back all the way over here, and they're going to give you a lot of line to hit. Okay? They're going to try to dig the line hit by rotating their middle back over. So any roll shot has to go past the 10-foot line, and then you can tip to the outside of the block. Okay?
So those are the words from Larry Peterson here. We're just about ready to get started. On the right side of the court, you will see the Trojans of Oak Ridge. On the left side, the Lady Miners to start off this match tonight. Miners will have probably a double block sliding over against Kayla Behringer. They want to do against her much the same as they did against Napa, and that was to frustrate the hard-hitting Behringer. She will get her fair share of points, no doubt about it, but so will Nevada Union. If Nevada Union plays their game at the top of their game, they should prevail tonight. But there's a lot of points to be played and a lot of roads to go down for the Miners, who have traveled so many miles to get here as the 11th seed on this particular season. So for tonight, at this moment, it is a team of largely sophomores and juniors that are going to have to lead Nevada Union to the promised land. And in tonight's contest, every player will have to make their contribution. Also look for a lot from Marnie McDowell. She starts in the middle. Larry Peterson said there will probably not be many substitutions. They will probably stick with their main starters. So a tremendous amount of intensity. And Ed, I would imagine if the Miners are so fortunate as to get ahead, we're not going to see a lot of substitution, even if they do.
No, you're gonna go with your horses on this. You've got to go with them that brung you here.
And so Alexa Becker, the libero, to start it off, and we are underway. Set, Butterfield. It is long. So the early lead, it looked like a touch. And Tessa Butterfield went and appealed for it, but the official said no, and 1-0 early lead. Butterfield has to play it over safely, and that one falls 1-1. So a defensive mistake by the Trojans take us to a 1-1 match.
Well, that was it, and you know, to just put a free ball over and have the libero dive futilely for it.
Maraldi serving. Ellie Selleck. Nice hit by Ellie, and the point. Selleck went way to her left to play that, Ed.
Way to her left, hit it acutely angled cross court, and Katie Vaughn couldn't even chase it down to the bench. So nice hit by Ellie Selleck.
Maraldi serving, and an ace!
Oh, off Kayla Behringer, like Larry Peterson said, serve one, serve three. They're their hitters. They're not really serve-receive specialists, and taking it to them early.
That's exactly what Abby has done here.
Exactly.
And it is wide, so the Miners had a chance to just dump that ball down, but it goes wide off of the tip by Ellie Selleck.
That's right.
Lena Buckendorf to serve. Nice block by Nevada Union, but a beautiful dig.
Kayla Behringer getting down to it.
And tapped wide.
I think she struck that ball way, not where she meant to at all. Trying to tip it in and having it go out.
3 apiece. Buckendorf again serving. Over to Selleck again, and Selleck with the kill.
Terrific. Right through the seam there and down in the middle back.
Talked to Ellie prior to the match, asked her about her shoulder, which kept her out of the Lodi match, and she said it felt okay. I don't know how convincing she was, but a nice kill for her there. And here is Victoria Kuhn.
Kuhn digs Katie Vaughn.
And that's long.
Ooh, a little long there.
So tied at 4. First set here from the arc at UC Davis. And this is Kayla Behringer. Now a chance for Nevada Union, but it has to be played over safely. Good dig by Maraldi. Madison Heppy has to play it over safely. And that would have been long, I think.
No.
And the Miners can't play it. Heppy played a ball that probably would have gone out, but nonetheless, a 5-4 lead for these Trojans.
No, I think Heppy's assertive on that back line, and it works for her enough that I'm not going to second guess her.
A great opportunity here for the Trojans, and there's the dunk down to the floor.
Get the touch there. Kayla Behringer, nice serve, goes over the net and just dives.
Miners need a side out. Here's Selleck. The dink does not work. And the tip goes off the Miners, and the lead expands to 3.
Yep. Little Miners, a little bit of communication there Jenna Breton had a set she wasn't quite in a place for.
Nice string by Behringer. Ellie Selleck. And that is out.
No, it's good. Way to break service there. And Selleck able to pound it down and unable to come up with the second ball there on the Oak Ridge side.
Tessa Butterfield back to serve for Nevada Union as Kayla Behringer ties her shoe. Miners trailing by 2 here early in the first set. The set to Selleck again. And the kill.
Yep, Alexa Becker pretty much shanked that one off the heels of her hands. Miners climbing back in.
And that's in.
Oh, Katie Vaughn able to hit that cross-court shot right behind the 10-foot line in front of Madison Heppy. Real nice play there.
So Vaughn leads the Trojans to an 8-6 lead in set 1. And Sarah Horning to serve. Selleck off the block, and now an opportunity for the Trojans. Katie Vaughn, but the dig is there by Butterfield. Back over again to Selleck. Good dig by Nevada Union, but it can't be played off of the floor by Jenna Bell.
It's like Butterfield dove in there and got the ball up, but kind of spinning off to the side there.
Back up by 3, 9-6. And Horning continues. And another dink, but it's called a lift. And exactly what the Miners didn't want to do, Ed. Not many solid hits here.
Well, they tried to run the slide there to Jenna Breton, and she ended up contacting the net, so just trouble all the way around.
Most of the serves going to, and that's out.
Yep. Well, Selleck having some luck pounding it off the block there on the left side. But apart from that, Nevada Union's offense has yet to really come alive, and they've got to keep service here.
Opportunity, and there's the point for Nevada Union.
Jenna Breton able to get up and get that ball as it came over on the overpass and put it down. So, you know, retaining service is going to be important for the Miners to control the match at this point.
Nice serve again by Selleck. Vaughn into the block, and the block is there for Nevada Union.
Well, that's what he talked about. Have the middles cheat over to the right a little bit and be there for those big hitters with Vaughn and Behringer. You've got to cover that left side.
Miners down by 1, 10-9. Selleck with another nice jump serve, but it is long.
Just a smidge.
So they keep it at 2, 11-9.
Here's that block again. Up and back. Terrific block there.
And back to live action here, and that's Vaughn finishing it off.
Man, terrific line shot there, just straight down. Coach Rogers pointing out the fact that it was out.
Vaughn missed it, and Madison Heppy has the ball, but they're going to confer here. So the final decision on that point has yet to be made, and let's see what the line judge says.
In front of the far linesman, let's see.
And that is out.
Called it out. Got the point. So good decision. Get us within 1 here all of a sudden, and
so here is Heppy, 11-10. Miners down. And they're going to have a chance here to play that, and it is wide. It went on the other side of the antenna, and so the Miners are back at 11 even.
Well, Katie Vaughn has managed to hit 2 line shots out of bounds on opposite sides of the court, so she may be watching what she's doing.
And a nice kill by Haley Simmons.
Shot right by there.
Ball, and there it is. It is out.
Decisively out. Butterfield would have played it otherwise.
The lead for the Trojans is at 1, 12-11. Miraldi. And that's in. That's good.
Well, right off our monitor here at our broadcast location.
And we were almost in the game.
I like to get a swing once in a while. Man.
Well, he called that out. I thought that was in for sure.
I think the line judge was busy getting out of the way.
And Nevada Union having a hard time finishing it off. But a miss hit at the net by Simmons.
Yep.
Nevada Union trailing by 1, 13-12. We are in the first set at the arc here of the CIF Sac-Joaquin Section Championships. And that's a nice kill by Lena Buchendorf.
Yep.
Back to serve Alexa Becker. Number 9, the libero. Miners have had a hard time surging into the lead, tying it several times, leading only early on. And struck into the net by Tessa Butterfield.
Well, she was having to swing from way outside and trying to cut it really sharp to keep it in.
Setting has been difficult here early on for Nevada Union. Miners having a hard time getting that kill. Now they'll have to play over a ball easily defended and struck into the net by Katie Vaughn.
Well, that's about 4 hitting errors for Katie Vaughn, so she's not very efficient tonight. If she gets all the swings, it's not a lot of points for them.
And Abby Miraldi. Nice set for Oak Ridge. Ellie Selleck, and she hits it off the block. Perfect. And out. Miners within 1.
Yeah, Sarah Horning up to block that, and Selleck was able to just tool it off the block and out.
Another nice serve by Miraldi makes Behringer play it. A free ball for Nevada Union. Tessa Butterfield, but Tessa hits it long. So just about the time the Miners get close to a lead, or to tie it, they go behind by 2.
Yep, terrific block there.
Buchendorf to serve. Selleck strikes that one long.
Hitters are swinging long tonight. Don't know if maybe the sets are a little high and they're a little behind it. I can't quite tell yet. Okay.
Let's go into the Nevada Union huddle.
We just need to relax and keep hitting in now. That's like 6 hitting errors.
Yeah, we look really, really tight, okay? Let's just relax and have fun. That's what we're here. That's what we're all about, okay? We made it this far by playing loose and relaxed and aggressively, and now, you know, it's a big stage, but it looks like we're just a little bit nervous. Just relax, wait through the set, be patient, and then let's really approach aggressively, try to hit quick and high, okay?
Well, and you know, Ed, I couldn't agree with Larry more.
Absolutely.
They have looked tight here early on, and maybe this was a good pause to say, hey, let's just play our game, because Nevada Union so far tonight has not really played their high-octane game.
No, I think they look at the big stage and say, here we are, it's the big stage, and so they're nervous about it. They're tight, like you say, but I think it's that thing of playing loose, being determined, but playing loose that's gotten them here, and if they'll just, you know, ease back off a little bit, you know, they can do this.
So Buchendorf to serve. Happy with the dig. Ellie Selleck. Yes. So Selleck has the block, hit the antenna, and the point goes to Nevada Union. And here comes Victoria Kuhn with the Miners down by 2.
Yep, Jenna Bretton in on the front row, too.
Nice serve by Kuhn. And the point.
Yep. Behringer had to just sort of flail at that on the net.
So the Miners down by 1, 17-16. Miners have been on the brink of tying this match several times, and now here's an opportunity to do so. It's at the hand of Ellie Selleck, but the dig is there. Vaughn Selleck tries to hit the corner, but it's out.
Oh, I think Jenna Britton had that ball go through her hands, what potentially was a double hit call before it went out. So, but I think, the Miners keep working at it here.
A lot of balls, a lot of airs long tonight, and here is Behringer serving.
Swinging hard.
Selleck tries to get that dink in. It will not go. So here's Vaughn, and Vaughn kills it.
Yep, handcuffed Happy there, caught her down low, and she was unable to get anything other than just her wrists on it. Not a good platform on that.
Trojans lead back to 3. Vaughn. Yes.
Into the net, into the antenna.
And their first 4-point lead at 20-16. So the Trojans are the first to 20.
And as we saw, Shayla Behringer, a tough server.
Off the block. Bell plays it up. Ooh, gonna be a tough one for Selleck, but she played it nicely. And now to Tessa Butterfield, and she gets the kill.
Terrific, right down the line. That was the one you needed. Go ahead, you got to climb back up.
If Tessa can get on track tonight, and Larry Peterson was right. They did look really, they looked nervous here in the early stages, so they've got to get it together. Heppy comes out, and Natalie Migliosi comes in defensively. Nice serve. Vaughn through the block, and the point goes to the Trojans.
Got to pick up their passing there and down to Miraldi, and terrific swing by Vaughn, not quite able to corral it.
And as good as Behringer is, it is Vaughn who has led the way so far.
Getting most of the swings for him.
Selleck wide. So nothing going right now for Nevada Union. They are behind by 5, 22-17. And Ed, we are facing the latter stages of this first set, and Nevada Union takes another timeout.
Well, a couple of times they've managed to play together.
They're too good for us, right? I mean, they're making a lot of mistakes too. We're just hitting so many out balls that we're not giving ourselves enough chance to play defense. Okay, if you get the set you like, bang on it. If not, make sure we use the shots that we have. Deep middle past the 10-foot line are both open, or if you get a little inside set, if you go back to the line, that'll be open. All right, come on, let's do it.
Team on 3, what's your team?
Tell them what to think about when they're out there and things start happening. But, if you get a good set, go ahead and swing big. But otherwise, just make your shot count. Don't hit it out, in other words, he keeps saying. So both teams with a lot of hitting errors.
Horning serving for the Trojans. Selleck tries to find the opening. It's Miraldi. Back to Selleck again, and fortunately, Ellie gets the touch, and the Miners the point.
Sarah Horning couldn't get out of the way. Caught her up around the shoulder.
And so Selleck comes up to serve for Nevada Union, and she needs to get some points for the Miners. But there's the kill.
Able to run the slide from that side, and Haley Simmons once again picking up the kill for Oak Ridge.
Setter Brittany Larson to serve. And into the net goes Oak Ridge.
Yeah, Haley Simmons in the net.
But Ed, barring a big run here by the Miners, they are trailing 23-19.
Madison Heppy gets a good run at the service line here. If not, we may be looking at game number 2 in a minute.
So Madison Heppy will serve for the Miners. And a nice play by Lena Buckendorf brings the Trojans to set point.
Able to get it rolling down the front of the block there, and Jenna Bell couldn't get a hand under it.
And Katie Vaughn to serve. Miraldi. And that's it. Miners out of sync in set one, lose 25-19. We'd like to remind you that this special edition of Lady Miner Volleyball is being underwritten by
Docomo's East Main Pharmacy and Nevada City Pharmacy. Docomo specializes in quick and efficient pharmaceutical services, so you get in and out in a hurry, and that's important when you don't feel very well. At Docomo's, you don't have to wait in line at all. Just have your prescription called into any Docomo's location and they'll deliver them to your home. They work with most insurance plans, and they're open Monday through Friday 9 to 6 and on Saturday 9 to 1. Docomo's East Main Pharmacy and Nevada City Pharmacy says, go Miners.
All-Phase Heating and Air Conditioning, Doran and Max Bennett has big news. They now offer the Bryant Premier Heating and Cooling Systems and are Nevada County's only factory-certified Bryant dealers. The future is here, and All-Phase leads the way to greater efficiency with the Bryant Heating and Cooling System and solar power panel installation. It's All-Phase Heating and Air Conditioning, proud supporters of Nevada Union Volleyball. And so let's go down into the Nevada Union huddle.
We're going to push you up and have Natalie receive in that spot, but the other 5 spots you're receiving serve.
I am or not?
You are. She's receiving serves except for when she is in the middle front. We don't want our setter way back in the middle of our serve receive pattern. We're going to push her up. You'll receive serve in that one spot. Okay, come on. Let's just have fun and play volleyball. Just have fun out there.
Well, and you know, Larry brought up a good point there, Ed, because Nevada Union didn't play their normal game there in set number one. They played tense and tight.
They played tense and tight. They wanted so hard to do so well that they forgot to do good. They forgot to do okay, and you know, they kept not making the things happen offensively. You know, defense, same, not quite all it could be, but you know, this team is used to adversity. They played from behind. They lost the first recently and had to fight their way back out, so it's there for them to do. I kept thinking somehow they lost the first one at Napa. I may be mistaken.
No, they didn't, and they lost the third one in Lodi. But you know, here's the thing, Ed, is this team, if it plays at the top of its game, will be able to really compete here against Oak Ridge. But the offense seemed very predictable in set number one. It was always over to Ellie Selleck, or it didn't go to Abby Miraldi even that much. So a fairly predictable offense. The Miners are going to have to get it going here, and they're totally capable of doing it.
Well, that's it. They've changed their serve-receive strategy. Natalie Bigley is wearing the shirt, and she'll handle more of that left back, middle back area, and then move the serve receive around with Abby Miraldi a little more. You know, a lot of offense this time around, trying to get their offense together and switch out your defense a little to give you a chance to do that.
So Migliosi, the only big change, and that is struck into the net here early on in set number two by Kayla Behringer. So the Miners with a lead here early. And off the block, and the point goes to Oak Ridge, 1-1.
Sarah Horning able to hit it there out of the middle.
Natalie Migliosi, the big change here in set number two. Otherwise, the lineup remains relatively the same. Miggy with the dig. Selleck, yes.
Able to get a good pass there, and it all flows from that good serve receive.
Miggy comes out, and Jenna Bell checks in for Nevada Union there in the middle. Flanked by Selleck and Butterfield, and here is Victoria Kuhn. A nice serve. They've had trouble with her all night. And so the Miners, can they convert on this opportunity? The short set and the point! Jenna Bell.
Well, Jenna Britton.
Excuse me, Jenna Britton.
That's right. No, she has been such a story this year. A good defensive blocker, but she's really come along, got a good arm swing, and able to put up the points in the middle.
Kuhn with a nice serve, and there a beautiful dig, but the kill is there.
And Horning able to get up and get that on the overpass. Kuhn was able to take a real good hit there by Behringer and save it, but unfortunately up into the, the wheelhouse of Horning.
Migliosi back in. Behringer serving. Nice pancake by Behringer, but struck into the net, unfortunately for Vaughn. And another error on a playable ball after a big defensive play by Behringer.
Absolutely. No, that's a half a dozen hitting errors for Vaughn, who's one of their hosses, so she's got to perform if they're going to stay in it.
So Butterfield serving. Oh, nice dig by Butterfield. Can the Miners convert? Ellie Selleck taps it on over. And now another chance. And a Miner up against the net. I think it was Jenna Britton, and that takes the score to 4-3 in favor of Nevada Union. Sarah Horning serving for the Trojans. Selleck off of the block. Nice defensive play by the Trojans. There's Behringer, but the dig is there. Selleck again hits it through the block. But played off of the hands of Tessa Butterfield and out, so we are tied at 4.
Well, that ball, it carried, and it carried further than it looked like. There was a moment it looked like it might go long and went further than Tessa thought.
Horning has served the Trojans into a tie. Into the block and struck out by Nevada Union. Jenna Bell sends it out far side.
I'm gonna show you Bell and Britton a couple of times. Be sure you got them straight.
And that ball is out.
Ooh.
Struck by Selleck wide.
Lot of side spin on that. Just tailed on out. Ooh.
And the Miners again with an error. Jenna Britton on that one.
We've got our two Jennas there in front. They need to get a little better touch with each other.
And the lead is now 3. And right through the block and out. So Nevada Union brings it back to 7-5. And now Ellie Selleck to serve. And a service fault for the Miners.
Oh. Keep relaxing, guys. Keep relaxing.
Brittany Larson serving for the Trojans. Abby Miraldi. Yes.
Down the line. And the bench comes up to cheer. Need a couple of points, get some momentum back, get themselves corking again.
Natalie Migliosi. And that is wide. So 2 service faults in a row for the Miners.
Boy, unforced errors, as you say. It's just like tennis.
And here is Katie Vaughn. Miners trailing by 3, and they must get back into this match. And there it is. Perfect kill by Abby Miraldi.
Well, they've really got to stay up here. You can't get down 0-2 in a match like this with a team with as little experience at this level as this team has throughout. They've got to stay close.
Here's Jenna Bell serving for Nevada Union. And here is Behringer. Nice dig by Selleck. Comes on over here near side. Miraldi, there's the block again. Oh, beautiful play, but that will go wide.
Had to just swing at it and a little bit wide.
And the Miners just a step off at that net. Alexa Becker, libero to serve. And that's long.
Ooh, good eye there.
And I think Migliosi yelled to Abby Miraldi, hey, let that one go.
Yeah, I think she could tell it was okay, but She and Moraldi really having to stay in good touch here.
Behringer with the kill.
Very nice, right behind the 10-foot line. A great cross-court shot there by Behringer.
Miners remain behind by 3. Lena Buckendorf, nice dig. Over here to Selleck. Behringer.
Great dig by Moraldi.
And the point goes to Nevada Union. Poorly played by the Trojans.
Just bouncing around over there. Yep.
And here comes Victoria Kuhn.
Only down by 2. A chance here with Kuhn in to pick up a couple of points. Narrow the lead.
And a nice kill by Lena Buckendorf, the 5'11" senior. And Behringer will serve for Oak Ridge. And another misplay by Nevada Union. The set was very difficult for Ellie Selleck, and she could not quite play it over.
Yeah, really right in the net and out beyond where she could get any kind of real approach to it.
Here's Ellie again, and that one hits the antenna, and that point goes to the Miners. It was off the block, but they're down by 3. Somebody needs to pick this up for Nevada Union. The timeout goes for Oak Ridge, and let's go right into the Miner huddle.
Okay, let's make sure that we're staying low enough that we can execute the really easy balls, okay? Let's move our block in just a little bit on their left side hitters, especially if they get a set that's very close, okay?
Do I need to scoot out a little bit when she's hitting the ball?
Yeah, well, to make sure you can see her next to the block. Just get right next to the block. If she hits it straight down over here like that one, we'll just roll it back. We want to make sure we score off the easy ones. We're getting some easy defensive opportunities that we're not scoring on. Make sure as soon as she's in, you get off and get ready to get your approach and attack, okay?
Loud contingent here for Nevada Union.
Good turnout, very lively. Kendall Butterfield down in front cheering her sister on. Plenty of parents and classmates, all very excited.
Somebody needs to jump on top of this set for the Miners. And Butterfield with an ace.
Pick it up a little bit here.
A lot on the shoulders of Tessa tonight. Miners, though, down by 2. And a beautiful kill by Katie Vaughn.
Just a little bit off of Abby Moraldi's angle for that.
(14-11). Sarah Horning serving. Vaughn again. Now a chance for Nevada Union. Ellie Selleck, but a tough set. And the points there for the Miners. It's little Jenna Bell doing it.
Well, she knew she had to take matters in her own hands. That came across the net, and there's nobody for her to really set to and no way to do other than just knock it back over.
And so Selleck back. Miners within 2. Oh, nice dig by Nevada Union. Can it pay off? Here's Vaughn. No. Vaughn with the kill into the block.
Yep, able to split the block there between Bell and Britton. Let's see that one. See, up into that and just off her outreached hand, and Behringer dives into the corner.
Back to live action. Abby Moraldi, but Abby strikes it long.
The Oak Ridge player able to get out of the way.
Miners in a 4-point deficit, 16-12. The Trojans having it their way. Moraldi. Yes!
They just have to execute. Just have to, keep hitting the ball where they need to.
You keep waiting, Ed, for somebody from Nevada Union to jump up and take a stranglehold on this set and bring the Miners back. It just hasn't happened yet.
Well, that's it. Nobody's been able to run up a string of service points. Nobody's been able to run up successive kills, and it's hurting them now for. Oh, and Maraldi reached for what would have been Migliozzi's ball. So almost like mental breakdowns here. But let's watch Maraldi in that last one. Terrific swing, carries long, back right in the middle back there on that seam.
Katie Vaughn serving. Oh, and that will be 4 hits against Nevada Union. So Miners now down by 5, 18-13.
And this is when a team has to reach down inside itself and say, what are we made of?
Maraldi gets the tip.
Yep. It's so funny to watch high school players trying to sell the pancake, and it doesn't get bought very often by the refs.
And so Jenna Bell, Miners in desperate need to spring to get some points together, but there is Behringer with a deadly kill.
Wow, just right down the line. I mean, no real estate at all there between the ball and the line.
And perfectly placed. Alexa Becker serving for Oak Ridge. Their lead is at 5. Good dig by Ellie Selleck. Can Maraldi convert? Oh, and the Miners are very fortuitous there as Lena Buckendorf can't quite get it over the lip of the net. And here comes Abby Maraldi with the Miners down by 4, 19-15. Set number 2. Miners lost the first set. Oh, and a nice kill again by Kayla Behringer. And Behringer being able to find those open spots, Ed.
No, Behringer, yeah. I mean, she's got good court vision. I mean, you're not going to go play at the University of North Carolina if you can't hit the ball and hit it smart. They've got to move that block over on her. Just commit block right there. Double up.
Oh, and now and the Miners another error. Marnie McDowell can't quite deposit it over the net. And now the Miners in dire straits, down 21-15 here in set 2. They take their second timeout. Let's go right into the Miners huddle.
We're going to get Madison in to pass to get us out of this spot. So we're going to need to have the middle blocker go back in, and then Madison, you're going to substitute in and pass, okay? Well, let's start. Everything that they're getting that's a kill is coming from the 2 lefts. So I want you guys, Jenna, I want you 2 guys to do what we did against Napa. Just as soon as you see the passes to the setter's got her hands on the ball, run over there and get in front of the left side hitter. And you guys are going to take whatever's left, by yourselves if you need to. Okay? We can beat these guys. We're close enough. Let's do this right now.
Team up 3, 1, 2, 3, team.
You guys are going to give the line away. Take some angle when you're blocking one-on-one. Okay.
Number 7.
So, Larry Peterson and Ed, I guess what we've kind of been talking about, the block's going to slide over a little bit more.
Exactly. Yeah, you've got to cover the line there. You put Pepe in for passing. You get your block over there in front of those left side hitters who are doing a lot of damage for Oak Ridge.
And that's out. So Selleck's kill goes off of the block and out of bounds.
Yep. A point out of the timeout. Now they've got to, keep putting them out there. And what you like, you got Victoria Kuhn at the service line.
Pepe comes out. Kuhn with a nice serve. And now an opportunity for the Miners. Maraldi. Whoa, some hard hitting. The block works for Nevada Union.
Exactly. Look at that. The Miners, Kendall Butterfield just dancing on the sands there. A lot of excitement.
still down by 4 as we start to enter the latter stages of this second set. A floater is long.
A minute ago we were down by 6, down by 4. Got to keep climbing back in. Here's that block again. See, they go over and commit right there, and it pounds it right back in. So Behringer's big swing is for naught.
And that hits the antenna. So Nevada Union, and now Tessa Butterfield in a position where the Miners must run off a string.
Exactly. Down by 4.
They cannot have it go to 23-18. And there's the kill, Jenna Britton.
Very good. Yeah, Sarah Horning tried to just roll shot that over, and Britton was waiting for her.
Miners down 22-19. Would be nice if Butterfield could run off a few more. Katie Vaughn, Migliosi. Miraldi has to play it over safely. And a double hit is called against Oak Ridge, the first of the match.
And suddenly you're at 20-22 instead of 18-22.
Well, let's face it, Ed. They've got to keep this going right here and now.
Absolutely.
Vaughn hit long. So the Miners down to within 1. Still at 22-21. Close to a must point, but before we can get to that, Oak Ridge calls a timeout.
Well, they blinked. They were comfortably in control, and suddenly it's a 1-point game.
Remember, either one of those, if you can block the other ones, fine, but make sure we get the left, and anybody that you take, make them hit line. Okay? Here we go, you guys, we've got them.
Yep, as Coach Peterson says, you got them. All of a sudden, Tessa Butterfield served them back into the match, into the game.
So we get a glimpse there of Nevada Union Volleyball that we've seen this last week. A little bit off kilter in the first set and most here of the second set. And now the question comes, can they get over the hump here? Butterfield to serve for the tie. Migliosi with a great dig. Can it be converted? Yes! No! Back up again. I thought it was a point for Nevada Union for sure. Again, off the tip, and now an opportunity. Comes on over here to Vaughn, and Vaughn hits the corner.
Wow. Terrific swing by Vaughn there. Able to get that deep shot to the back left.
And a great defensive stand there by the Trojans.
Oh, terrific.
You know, bend but not break, and now what could have been 22-22 is now 23-21. And Sarah Horning serving. And the block is there. And now they are at set point.
Yep, 24-21 in the second.
Simmons and Vaughn team up at the net, and now at set point. And that is out.
Oh. That's nerves of steel to let that ball go.
So here comes Ellie Selleck. 2 set points for Oak Ridge. Miners hanging in there. Selleck tips it. Now to Vaughn. Great dig by Tessa Butterfield. Now Miraldi. Yes!
Whoa.
So the Miners trail by 1. And Selleck comes up here with the most important service of the night for the Miners. Off the block. Oh boy, this is going to be a tough one. Great job by Miraldi to keep it in. Long rally. Vaughn. Great dig. Maraldi needs to kill this one, but she hits the antenna,
Way too
and the
far.
set goes to Oak Ridge, 25-23. That was a tough set, though, Ed.
Way outside, way outside. Really not much room to hit it past the antenna at all. Man.
And I think Abby said we got to go for it.
Exactly.
The special edition of Lady Miner Championship Volleyball is being underwritten by
Grass Valley Sign. Grass Valley Sign has a new address and a new partner. Ed Townsend has moved to a brand new location on Grass Valley Avenue, and Grass Valley Sign has a new look with the addition of Ellen Wooden joining Ed in creating custom signs of every size for you. Grass Valley Sign is Nevada County's full-service sign manufacturer with examples of their work all over the county. No matter what your sign needs are, they'll make a sign you'll be proud to own.
And the 4th annual Michael Bratton II Turkey Trot. The Bratton family invites you to come out on Thanksgiving morning for the 4th annual Michael Bratton II Turkey Trot. The Turkey Trot is a 5 and 10K run with a 5K walk, all in memory of Michael Bratton and suicide awareness. A record number of your friends and neighbors were on hand last year. They have signed up again this year in record numbers. A great time was had by all. Sign up online at MEB2turkeytrot.com to reserve your spot and receive a special commemorative T-shirt. It's the 4th annual Michael Bratton II Turkey Trot Thanksgiving Day morning at Nevada Union High School at 8:30.
Big O Tires in Grass Valley has new local owners. New owner Rudy Antonucci is a longtime Nevada County resident, and that means he knows exactly what your needs are here in Nevada County. Big O Tires in Grass Valley is your local tire and repair facility with a selection of name brand tires and wheels for your truck, car, or RV. They also offer complete maintenance of your vehicle, including brakes and tune-ups. In today's world, you need to get the most out of your car, and the staff at Grass Valley Big O is there for you. It's Big O Tires, devoting itself every day to earn the right to use their motto, Big O Tires, the team you trust.
And so the Miners with their back flatly against the wall, but Ed, you know, not all is lost. If they play the same way that they did at the end of set number 2, you know, what they have to concentrate on now is winning one set, one at a time.
One at a time, just win some points and keep going.
Maraldi, but she hits it into the net. And again, that set was far outside, Ed.
Well, I think we've got the problem of the passing game not being settled very much. Heppy back in at libero. You know, a lot of the passing comes through Maraldi, and so she's having to carry double duty here.
Butterfield into the block. And now Maraldi off the touch. Free ball for the Miners. Can they do something with it? Into the block again. But Bell with a nice play. And here's another of these long rallies. But off of the block, it is Kayla Behringer with the kill.
Well, she's just able to get up there and pound it, you know, the way she wants to. And you set your block, and she's able to tool it off you. So
Alexa Becker to serve.
Yeah, she's over talking to the up ref, Behringer. Let's see. Some byplay there. Coach Rogers indicating is reaching over on Oak Ridge part, I think.
Oak Ridge playing excellent defensively. Again off the block, Behringer with the kill.
Well, I in a conversation with her dad before the match, and he said, well, I don't know, she got some other award the other week. You know, she's just been a offensive monster for them.
Abby Maraldi. And there's the kill off the block. And the Miners need to regroup here, Ed, and they really need to suck it up and go for it here in set number 3.
They've got to execute. They've got to get the balls they can get, and then they've got to get the ones that they can get.
Down 3-1 in set number 3. They have lost set number 1 and set number 2.
Oh,
Marnie McDowell gets it over. The Miners doing well defensively, but there's the opening, and there's the kill by Sarah Horning.
Well, it's a terrific save there in the back row by Jenna Bell to keep that ball alive.
Buckendorf, another 3-point lead by the Trojans here in set number 3. Selleck with the kill off the block.
Well, you want to break Buckendorf's serve. She's got about 35 aces on the season, so you definitely want to be sure she doesn't keep the ball at the service line. Victoria Kuhn comes in, so maybe Nevada Union can get a little momentum here at the service line.
Behringer off the block. It'll be a free ball. Vaughn, but it'll go wide.
Yep.
So the Miners get a lucky break as Vaughn sends the free ball wide.
Well, Becker's doing a great job for them at libero, but I don't think Vaughn knew exactly where her back was pointing.
Only down by 1. Can the Miners get over the hump? Excellent defensive play. Ellie Selleck. Katie Vaughn. Selleck again. Off the block. Selleck has to get it up, but there's 4 hits by Nevada Union, and the defensive play of Oak Ridge is incredible, Ed.
Well, Alexa Becker is just rock solid for them at libero. You know, their serve, receive, and their passing just terrific right now. So, you know, a very well-balanced and very strong Oak Ridge team here.
And good dig. Selleck off the block, and they can't play it, so the Miners are within 1 again, 5-4.
Well, the Miners have got to stay with it. They've been on the road for 2 weeks, and they have to not let down at this point. This is what they've worked so hard to get to, so they just have to keep pressing.
Butterfield, opportunity, but Selleck can't finish it off.
Becker just right there.
And instead, Buckendorf does. And you have to wonder if maybe that shoulder of Selleck is bothering her at this point. And there's an ace off the hands of Madison Heppy, and the lead goes to 3, 7-4. And you know, Ed, we've been here times before. The Miners have been in this exact same position, and the Trojans have got to be tasting it right now, and they're like a horse headed to the finish line.
Oh, yeah.
And there's the touch, so the point goes to Nevada Union. But for the Miners, they need to regroup here. They need to take set 3 and then try their chances from there. Selleck serving.
Right on the top of Butterfield's hands. You know, Oak Ridge is able here to start playing the angles and to start, you know, hitting those balls down where.
And they're varying their offense. They're sending it to different people. It's no longer just Vaughn and Behringer. Maraldi. Yes.
Well, that's it. Nevada Union, you know, put up a block on the left side hitters, and Oak Ridge has enough weapons to have Horning, have Buckendorf, you know, have those middles start hitting the ball. So a very well-balanced Oak Ridge team here.
And here's Madison Heppy. Ooh, that probably would have gone long. Can the Miners make something of this? Well, they've got a free ball to play with. Maraldi. Yes.
Very good.
So the Miners cut the lead to 8-7.
Yep.
Ed, they've been here so many times. They just have a hard time getting over this hump.
Well, they can catch up, but they can't pull ahead, and that's putting 2 or 3 points in a row together is what they haven't managed this evening.
That's a fourth hit. That came off the top of the net. See if Selick can, or excuse me, if Miraldi can finish it off. She can't. Vaughn hits it long.
Yep. Okay, tied at 8. Now the Miners, all their emotion got them to this point, and they've got to dig down and keep going.
Miraldi, long.
Oh.
So not quite over the hump.
Well, she swung to put it away and just carried a little long.
Miners, though, only trail by 1 with Vaughn back to serve. The dink does not work, but Behringer hits it out. So Behringer showing a little clink in the armor.
Well, I think they've kept that left side crowded toward the line, and if you can't hit a really limited area, then you're not going to get your point.
And that is out. So the Miners lead 10-9, the first lead that they have had this late in the match of any of the 3 sets. Let's go into the huddle.
Okay, I think this is the first time that we've been ahead tonight, so I vote we never get behind again, okay? Hey, now, keep working really hard to get in front of their left side hitters.
See, that's it. Get in front of that left side hitters. Don't let that ball go by you.
Larry trying to keep it simple, Ed.
Well, that's it. Don't get behind. I mean, they're ahead now, so don't get behind. And they know what to do.
Let's say this, Ed. You and I had a date last May where we saw Nevada Union go up 2-0 in boys volleyball, only to lose 3-2. So let's see what the Lady Miners can do to turn the tide. Nice block. But a kill by Lena Buckendorf. Tied at 10.
Well, that's, Oak Ridge has these weapons. You get Buckendorf, shut down the left-siders and take Horning out of it, and Buckendorf comes up. So a deep team, and certainly Alexa Becker serving here has just been, a rock for them.
Marnie McDowell dinks it over. Behringer with the attempted kill. Abby Miraldi can't beat the block. But the touch is there. And the point goes to Oak Ridge as another kill and another stat for Kayla Behringer.
She's able to hit it off the top of the block like that, and it goes long for the back row.
And that was a lift.
Yep, got to call that.
She got away with one there.
That was sort of dumbfounded to watch that not get called.
And so Miraldi comes over to talk to the referee.
Behringer is trying to sell it with the up ref. This close, she's saying.
I think what she's saying is she hit it with her fist. But let's take a look here, see what we can see, Ed.
Now, see that, to me, she's spinning. She has both hands out. It's not a fist hit. It's a direct hit. So Nevada keeps it, Union keeps it.
So here's Nevada Union tied. Off of the block, but into the net.
Yep.
I think...
and it'll be Behringer in the net.
So the Miners lead by 1, 12-11.
They've just got to hang on and keep this lead.
Miners with a chance here now. This is what the type of play they need to convert on. But all they can do is send over a free ball, and it lands on the line!
I don't think that Oak Ridge had any idea that would land in bounds.
And so a fortuitous point for the Miners, and they have their first 2-point lead since the first set, and now it's 3 as McDowell finishes it off.
Well, McDowell, you've noticed all of a sudden McDowell has been getting more touches, and the Miners offense has come back to life. She's gotten about 4 swings in the past few plays, and it's starting to be effective.
So Maraldi continues. Big hit for Selleck. Yes!
Oh.
Here's the ball right on the line.
Terrific. Behringer just watching it thinking, oh, it's out, and it's not. So 4-point lead for the Miners.
Largest lead of the match for Nevada Union. Can they hang in there? Maraldi with the up. And a lack of communications. Jenna Bell dives at it too late, and it goes against the net and against the Miners.
I think she thought somebody else was going to get that. She was further back behind the 10-foot line.
Lena Buckendorf. Nice play by Heppy. Maraldi. Behringer. Good dig. Heppy keeps it in play. Miners will have at least another shot at it. And a double hit is called. Nevada Union with the point as Brittany Larson, the setter, double hits it.
And she's convinced, oh no, not me, but the ref is very clear on that.
16-12, time for Victoria Kuhn. Over the net. Oh, tries to hit the corner, but a nice save by the libero. And that should go out, and it does!
Yep, here you go. Heppy saves that point. Watch this. Runs way back. Terrific play there by Madison Heppy.
And timeout is called by Oak Ridge.
Back to the huddle.
Jenna and Tessa and Madison, let's not get excited now and try to get back out of there too early. Keep our poise because she hasn't tipped yet up for a while because we've been covering everything, but she's about ready to shoot that second ball, so let's make sure we're heads up for that, huh?
And the Miners with a 5-point lead, 17-12. And we've, Ed, in the third set here, especially as it has progressed, we've seen the Miners that we've grown to expect.
Well, that's it. They're playing loose. They're playing together. They're going for the balls. They're playing the kind of game that we're used to seeing the Miners play. And I think the emotion that got them here, just the enormity of the occasion. They might have gotten a little overawed by it, but it takes 2, and suddenly you're running ahead in game 3, so they just have to keep doing what they're doing.
Kuhn with a nice serve. Set. And hit by Victoria Kuhn, but
unfortunately not much bump to it there. It kind of died in her arms.
And so here comes Kayla Behringer. Miners by 4 in set 3. They have lost the first 2 sets. 25-19 and 25-23. I think they're checking out that ball.
The little wet spot there on the left side. The left line's been checking to be sure. This new floor here at the Pavilion, really a pretty fancy outfit.
It is. Nice set, and there's the point. And that's where you've got to put it for Selleck, Ed.
Right,
that was perfectly set for her.
Well, we've had a lot of outside sets tonight, and if you can get her set inside like that so she doesn't have to thread the needle and go inside out, she can put the ball down the line for you.
Butterfield with the Miners up by 5. And that is in. So the point goes on over to Oak Ridge. Looked from our vantage point like it was out, but the officiating tonight has been excellent.
I'm starting to think the good refs work during the week on high school matches like this.
And that is struck wide. So a service fault by Sarah
Horning. Yeah, now here we go, that same ball again. Here it comes down in front of Heppy. It's in.
Very good call.
Yeah. Boy, you got to keep your eye on the ball.
And struck into the block nicely by Katie Vaughn. And the Miners lead 19-15. Brittany Larson.
The setter back to serve.
And barely goes over the net, and it's an ace.
Broke its momentum, and where Heppy set up, it's out in front of her.
Yeah, Madison didn't have much of a chance at that one.
No, she was in a position to get it where it was coming, but when it comes off the tape like that, it slows way down.
Miners must maintain their composure, and that is called out. That looked like it was several inches in, Ed.
Looked in from here. I don't know. Nevada Union's got to.
Let's take a look at that one.
Stop and gather its wits. Here's the huddle.
We want to let them get started. A couple of lucky plays, but we want to keep our energy, keep our heads in the game. Really be heads up now, move our feet. Let's press that ball up close to the net. Right now, we can side out ourselves to a win. All we need to do is side out. Here we go.
Here's that.
So let's take a look at the replay of that last point.
Wow.
Boy.
That's when you want those Wimbledon cameras.
Is the line still in volleyball, or did they change it tonight?
We are living and dying on the line calls tonight, Jim.
So a blown call there, and Brittany Larson to serve for her third consecutive point. And struck into the net, and suddenly it's a 19-18 match. And with 3 quick points, the Trojans have come back to pull within 1. And Maraldi strikes that one wide. We are tied at 19. Miners need to regroup. Maraldi. And that's out. So, surprisingly, the first team to 20 is the Trojans of Oak Ridge. And that is called in. He initially wanted to call it out, but this time he got it right.
No, I think he knew you had your eye on him.
He knew he had that. Well, he missed the one call.
Oh, yeah. No, it's.
But at 20. Madison Heppy to serve. And hit into the net by Caleb Behringer.
21-20 Miners. Kendall Butterfield clear out of the stands, down in front with her side-out banner and her pom-pom, her shaker, just cheering her team on.
And the Miner Maniacs, very loud. But a beautiful kill by Lena Buckendorf. Buckendorf with a nice hit there, Ed.
Absolutely.
And here is the all too familiar Katie Vaughn to serve for Oak Ridge. And another ace right off the top of the net.
How do they do that?
And a 1-point lead now for Oak Ridge.
Well, and I'm never quite sure you can actually mean to hit it off the tape, but it's incredibly effective when it goes over.
A must point by Nevada Union. And up against the net is Oak Ridge. Miners get the point, and we are tied at 22.
Behringer again. That's about three or four net calls for her tonight. So here's Jenna Bell. Game on the line.
22 apiece in set number 3. And the spot is found.
Yep, tipped it out, sort of outside the block and down in front of the 10-foot line. Heppy diving for it, but way in front of her.
A must point for Nevada Union. And the block is wide.
Oh, man, that was close.
And so we're tied at 23. Nevada Union is still alive. And Abby Maraldi, senior team captain, steps to the line. Behringer. Maraldi with the save. Big point here for Selleck, and she gets it. So the Miners at set point.
Got one game point here, and they need to make it count.
And so Abby Maraldi to serve for the set. Sends it over to Behringer. And the point goes to Oak Ridge. We're tied at 24.
Well, they got out there to the left of Heppy, and she just wasn't able to get to the side quick enough.
Buckendorf to serve. The first team with a 2-point lead wins. The tip doesn't work. And now all of a sudden it is Oak Ridge at match and sectional point.
Well, we hope for a little bit more free volleyball tonight. We're at 25-24.
And so the Miners take timeout. Let's go to Larry.
We're not getting anything out of the middle. If you're over here and in trouble, Tessa's got a couple of kills at the end, but we just need to get one pass. I want you to run a little slide, but we're not going to set it. See if we can hold the middle a little bit, and then we're going to set it outside.
Right now, set out. No, take your time. We need to make them think about this thing. So we're going to take a long time out.
So there's the final word, and the Miners come out here in a position where they have not been for
that was not a good
9 years.
9 years.
They are at match sectional point for the opposition. They need to bring it even at 25. And it's out! Madison Heppy with a gutsy move sidesteps the serve, and it falls long.
Nerves of steel, nerves of steel. Here's
wow.
Victoria Kuhn back in, so the Miners live again.
Victoria Kuhn serving. Here's Behringer, the little tip.
Oh,
and it's down. So again at match point. And Behringer comes back to serve it up herself.
And she's been deadly. Just goes over the net and dies.
Heppy with a nice dig. Free ball. Selleck. Yes! Miners live on. Tied at 26. And so Tessa Butterfield back to serve for the Miners. All League SFL. The junior to try to give Nevada Union the lead. Abby Maraldi can't quite get it over. And so again, Oak Ridge is at match point. Sarah Horning this time. Excellent dig by Behringer. Again, terrible set. Ellie Selleck just barely keeps it in play, and that's it. Oak Ridge wins the sectional championship. 3-0. And for the Miners, the streak is over at 7.
It's been a remarkable run, and I have to say I couldn't be more pleased to have been here for 5 of their wins.
And we have been fortunate enough to see some excellent volleyball, and again we saw that this season. Miners just coming up a little bit short here, and Oak Ridge played a good match.
Well, and here we've got Abby Miraldi coming over to join us.
And I don't think that's what she's going to do, Ed. And so a tough defeat for Nevada Union, and I would imagine especially tough for Abby. Abby, a tremendous sportsman, has been excellent to talk to throughout the season. And I'm sure that's a tough one for her. You know, the Miners have a number of sophomores and juniors that have led this team, but
well, when it comes to leading this team, it's been Abby Miraldi. If you look at every statistical category, she leads it or she's right up there. And she's had to be that senior on the team, the player that has the experience and knows, what it takes, and to have put all she has into it and come up short at the very end. It's got to be tough. We are still playing volleyball next week, though, folks. Don't despair for a moment. Next Tuesday we begin the NorCal playoffs.
And so for the Miners, the loss here tonight, they probably will need to open up on the road rather than having it home. This match probably would have sealed
they'd have gotten a home. They'd gotten an open at home if they had been able to take tonight's match.
Division II Section Champion, the St. Francis Troubadours.
And it sounds like St. Francis ousted Rockland.
Also, the Sierra Foothill League came up short on both courts.
Boy.
Banner for the school to head coach Aylin Wright.
And both of them in 3 games. And the Miners had a great go of it in set number 3, but Ed, they were a bit out of sync in 1 and 2.
Well, exactly. Their offense never really gelled like we're accustomed to.
Mary Clark.
And although they put forth a good effort tonight, maybe it's just, Ed, that so much on the road as they were. Well, tracking all the miles to Lodi, and if that wasn't bad enough, then to Modesto, and if that wasn't bad enough, to Napa. Shoot, this trip to Davis was the shortest trip of the postseason.
Absolutely, they're almost 800 miles just getting here, and then they got to go home, so 8 and change.
And good luck in NorCal's.
We'd like to remind you that the special edition of Lady Miner Volleyball is being underwritten by Anderson and Balser Physical Therapy. Phil Anderson and Craig Balser have 42 years of clinical experience treating injuries including spinal rehabilitation, post-surgical patients, along with work and sports injuries. Anderson and Balser Physical Therapy is devoted to providing you therapeutic care in a professional manner in a totally comfortable environment. They specialize in treating sports injuries of any time to get you back in the game. Education of your injury and how it heals is an important part. They work with most insurance plans, open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. And there you see the Miners receiving their awards. There is Abby Miraldi right there, and you can see the length of a long season in Abby's face right there. And if you take a look at it, I'm sure that in Abby's case, very difficult to face it.
Well, she's going on to play in college, but this last little bit, she has to be disappointing, deeply disappointing.
Bob Rogers, one of their, and there's a good shot at Abby. We will try to get, we wanted to get Abby Miraldi in the post game. Whether or not that will pan out, we will have to see.
Touch carnival from our sponsor, as well as the banner for the
This special edition of Nevada Union Miner Volleyball being underwritten by
Northern Home Medical. Owners Rudy Antonucci and Dean Miraldi are proud to be your friends and neighbors in Nevada County. As the only locally owned and operated medical supply facility in Grass Valley, Northern Home Medical carries a full range of medical equipment, including power wheelchairs and home oxygen supplies. So why would you choose another company that takes its profits out of our community when Northern Home Medical can supply all your needs? Northern Home Medical congratulates the Nevada Union Lady Miner Volleyball team on a great season.
Arches Automotive in Smog Check has been a staple in Grass Valley for over 50 years. Started by Wally Brooks and now managed by grandson Brandon, Arches Automotive is your one-stop shop for complete auto repair and smog certification at Arches Automotive and Smog Check.
Again, we know you will represent us well in NorCal.
And so
The Sac-Joaquin section.
the curtain comes down on the regular season and the sectional championship for Oak Ridge. It's their match for tonight. They beat the Miners 3-0.
That's it.
And we'll be right back with our post game in just a moment.
Welcome to Citizens Bank of Northern California. Hi, I'm Gary Gall, President and CEO. At Citizens Bank, we like to take the mystery out of banking. Started 15 years ago by community leaders, Citizens Bank has grown to 7 branches to serve you. We at Citizens Bank all want to congratulate our sports teams for a job well done, the athletes, coaches, and their families. And we wish you the best of luck in the postseason. Citizens Bank of Northern California. Your community, your bank.
Purchasing a used car is better for the environment than buying a new one. That's right, the energy it takes to create a new automobile versus one already built is substantial. So when you choose a used vehicle from Keith Kerwin and Todd Slover, you're helping the environment by consuming less energy. At Pioneer Motors, every car is hand-picked, Carfax checked, inspected, and detailed. Pioneer Motors, 1611 Main Street in Grass Valley.
Mike Bratton is the neighbor you can count on for your most important insurance decisions, 24 hours a day.
The first step begins with a phone call. Hi, I'm Mike Bratton, your good neighbor State Farm agent, and I look forward to hearing from you. Since 1984, my team and I have been educating clients and developing long-term relationships through personalized and professional guidance on their insurance programs. We will put you in the driver's seat and strive to enhance each encounter you have with us.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
The Painter family has been taking care of feeding Nevada County families since 1959. And in October, we'll celebrate 50 years of service to you. At both locations of SPD, you'll always find USDA choice beef and a full-service meat department, a complete deli section, produce department, post office, and everything else that makes SPD so special. SPD Markets, hometown proud, where your neighbors shop.
Gold and silver are more important as a part of your investment portfolio more now than ever before. There's inflationary pressures. China alone could push the gold price more than double from $1,000 to $2,000 an ounce. Hi, my name is Jason Hommel and welcome to the JH Mint. Here at the JH Mint we have all sorts of gold and silver. We have about 200 ounces of gold. We have about 20,000 ounces of silver or more in stock. We also assay or scrap gold jewelry and placer gold, and we will be here for all of your gold and silver investing needs Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Joined here at courtside in our post-game segment of the sectional championship is Abby Miraldi, team captain. Senior Abby Miraldi always lays it out on the court every night. Abby, tough match tonight.
Yeah, it was a tough one.
Seems like the Miners had a little bit of a difficult time getting it into sync in sets 1 and 2.
Well, you know, I just think that Oak Ridge came out strong, and we didn't really come out as strong as we should have, and we played well towards the end, but it was a little too late. And but, you know, we're a young team, and so next year I have every faith that the girls are going to come out strong, and I'm honored to have been out here, play volleyball 4 years, and be able to be a part of this for 3 years. So I'm just passing on everything I know, and mark my words, these girls will be back to win another one.
Well, I think that they probably will. A tough night. It seemed like Katie Vaughn and Kayla Behringer were pretty strong at that net.
Those girls are great. I mean, they're great players. They're smart. They have power, and they're good players. That's all I can really say.
So, Abby, it's on to NorCal's. I guess much as you did in the sectional championship, the NorCal tournament will run away from home also, won't it?
Yeah, well, we've been off the road a lot, so we're kind of used to that, and it's not over for us. We're still in it, so we're still going to go hard.
Was all the road traveling tough here in sectionals, being the 11th seed that you were?
Yeah, I think that we proved ourselves, and it's rough to have to go on the road so much, but it's the way it is. We can't do anything about it, so we're just going to keep going at it.
A total class act. Abby Miraldi, senior captain. There are a lot more adjectives that you could put for Abby. Abby, good match tonight. We'll look forward to seeing you in NorCal.
Thanks, Jim.
So, our player of the game will be Abby Miraldi here in the sectional championship game. Abby played very, very well, and in several aspects of the match was good. We're looking here. We're seeing Behringer and Katie Vaughn right here, and so the spoils go to Oak Ridge tonight. How happy they must be to break the record, or to break the streak.
Well, that's exactly it. You may not, if you beat the 7-time champ, that doesn't make you the 8-time champ, but it does make you the champ this year, and certainly for the Miners.
Spelled Miraldi wrong.
Place to be, a terrific showing by Oak Ridge, and you've got to admire that sort of play. I mean, you look over here's Alexa Becker, reporter interview. Giving him some of the, and she's got the banner there in her hands, a terrific thing to have.
MA. And Ed, when you take a look at it, interesting, when we were going through our final commercial break, Abby came over and I said, Abby, would you go on the air? And she said, oh yeah, no problem. And how difficult that must have been. Here's Abby, a senior, in her last sectional match. And but she has certainly had some. We're going to get her name spelled right. Miraldi, Gil. She certainly had an excellent.
Well, she did. She, and to be the only senior, I was privy to a conversation she had with a player's parents who had been her only senior on her high school team, and the feeling of how heavy a load that is and how well she carried it, and just how, all through the season she, came and gave and performed. Talking to Katie Vaughn, whom she played club ball with. These girls, we see them on their high school teams, and then in the spring and summer we see them on their club teams when they're the girls that they play against in high school are suddenly their teammates, and they are just the best of friends. And you realize what a opportunity it is to broaden your horizons, to get a lot of terrific athletic competition, and get to know some great girls and some great families. So a lot of opportunity here, and I don't know, for me, to pick up the paper on a Thursday in the middle of football season, and the lead story is the volleyball team is going to the finals. It really makes this a terrific pleasure, and to come down here to Davis and have the atmosphere and the competition. And if Nevada Union's going to fall, you say a team like Oak Ridge, with its depth, its balance,
played an excellent match.
Really played an excellent match, and the Miners have got to be proud. They got here 9 in a row at the finals. 7 they won, but 9 in a row. They're here. There are 2 teams in the division, and that's it. So that's them, and they've got to be happy.
Final mentions. We'd like to remind you that the special edition of Lady Miner Volleyball has been underwritten by Docomo's East Main Pharmacy, Nevada City Pharmacy. Kelly and David Docomo's have 2 locations to serve you in Grass Valley, across from Muttley's, and in Nevada City next to SPD. They love to support Lady Miner Volleyball.
All-phase heating and air conditioning. Customer satisfaction is the reason that Doran and Max Bennett are celebrating 13 years serving you in Nevada County. And the Bennett family salutes the accomplishments of the NU Lady Miner Volleyball team.
Grass Valley Sign. Grass Valley Sign is Nevada County's full-service sign manufacturer with examples of their work all around town. Grass Valley Sign has a new address at 13321 Grass Valley Avenue, just off Loma Rica. Grass Valley Sign, making signs you'll be proud of.
And the 4th annual Michael Bratton II Turkey Trot. The Bratton family invites you to come out on Thanksgiving morning for the 4th annual Michael Bratton II Turkey Trot, all in memory of Michael Bratton and suicide awareness. Sign up online at meb2turkeytrot.com to reserve your spot and receive a special commemorative T-shirt. It's the 4th annual Michael Bratton II Turkey Trot Thanksgiving Day morning at Nevada Union.
Big O Tires. At Big O Tires, you'll find a selection of name brand tires and wheels for your truck, car, or RV. They also offer complete maintenance of your vehicle, including brakes and tune-ups. It's Big O Tires, now under new ownership at 1571 East Main Street in Grass Valley. Big O Tires, the team you trust.
Anderson and Balzer Physical Therapy. Phil Anderson and Craig Balzer have 42 years of clinical experience treating injuries, including spinal rehabilitations and post-surgical patients. They specialize in treating sports injuries of any kind to get you back in the game. Education on your injury and how the body heals is also part of the treatment.
Northern Home Medical. As the only locally owned and operated medical supply facility, Northern Home Medical carries a full range of medical equipment, including power wheelchairs, home oxygen supplies. Northern Home Medical works with your insurance company and medical to ensure you receive the products and services you need to remain independent. Arches Automotive and Smog Service. Smog check done your way, 50 years of serving Nevada County. And, you know, I'd like to take a moment to thank all of our sponsors all season. They are the key to bringing you these volleyball and football matches, and what a pleasure it's been to work with them. And, Ed, you know, I guess I got to say what a pleasure it's been to work with you.
Absolutely, Jim. It's always a treat. I can't tell you how much I've enjoyed it since you joined the broadcast. It's brought a lot of continuity and a lot of enthusiasm to this coverage, so I get a tremendous kick out of it.
We have had a great run here at Touchdown Productions, bringing these volleyball sectional championships, and although it didn't turn out quite the way you would have wanted it tonight, Nevada County, you need to be proud of this team. They fought as hard as they could, shocked as they were at being an 11th seed. They found a way to go to Lodi and to Modesto and then on to Napa to win. Touchdown Productions streaming around the world at www.nevadacountytv.org. Click on Watch TV, watch NCTV Now or On Demand. And we'd also like to remind you that we have some special events coming up. On Saturday, join Paul Brown, Michael Strong, and myself on the road to section title as the Nevada Union Miners take on the Napa team. And on Sunday in game number 2, Nevada Union takes on, it looks like it'll be the Oak Ridge Trojans again. And on Sunday in game 2, you'll have Marty Mortensen and Rick Cavallari as the Commander 2 travels to Dixon High School for a rematch of last season's Division IV semifinal. The Dixon Rams host the Placer Hillmen. 2 more great sports telecasts by Touchdown Productions, now seen streaming all over the world at www.nevadacountytv.org. Just click on Watch NCTV Now or On Demand for your next broadcast of the NorCal Game of the Week.
Oh, Coach. The coaches of the 2 teams there visiting after the match.
Yeah. Looks like the Miners have kind of left the scene. Bob Rogers there having a nice chat after the loss. Our executive producer director tonight, Gilberto M. Dominguez.
M for the man.
Remote coordinator, Sean Kashevsky. Titles and replay, Brandon Duckett. Announcers Jim Adams and Ed Martin. What is there left to say about you, Ed, other than
just, guy that...
I'm the yin and you're the yang?
No, something like that. Guy that watches a lot of volleyball and boys volleyball coming up in just a few months.
Camera operators A.E. Stewart, Daryl Pay, and Cayman Hodges. Office manager Linda Mingus. Technical engineer Paula Mikowski. Remote facilities brought to you by Commander 2 and Commander 2 Maintenance, Plaza Tire and Auto Service. Touchdown Sportswear DKN Stitches, what's your sign? Player of the Game Award by Big O Tires and Award Innovations. Touchdown Accounting by Cinto Graciano, LLP, and Diane Brooks. Write us at Gil@touchdownproductions.com. We're always anxious to hear your comments. And so, for Ed Martin, Gil Dominguez, and the entire Touchdown Productions team, this is Jim Adams reminding you that you've been watching Lady Miner Volleyball on the Touchdown Productions television network. Good night, everybody.